So, I'm just recently back from a lovely 9-mile run around my hometown in Oxfordshire, England. Looking back on that run, I feel like I'm starting to see a little bit of progress in a new method I've been trying called the Maffetone Method. So if you're stuck where you're running and you feel like you need to change it up a little bit and maybe try and push yourself on somehow, stick with us. I'm going to go into a little bit of detail about how it all works and see if it can be beneficial for you. So here it goes. My name's Steve. Most of my friends call me Stevo. You can call me whatever you want. I'm a very typical average person. I don't sleep well. I party on the weekends. I don't eat healthy, or I didn't eat healthy. I'm juggling my life with kids, work, social life, and friends. Try not to catch coronavirus. So far, so good. So, it's a quick brief history on me. Like I say, it won't take long, so I'm not that interesting, but I'll just give you a little bit of a lowdown on that. A couple of years back or more, I got myself a bit poorly. After recovering from that, which took ages, my friends, my family, my doctor all said, you need to look after yourself a little bit better, get yourself a bit more rest, and, try and get yourself into a little bit of shape, I suppose. And that's when I thought, that's the kick at the butt I needed. So I started to go running, or like a snail-like crawl at the beginning, I suppose. Now, this might sound like a similar story for everyone. It might not, but I assume this is what everyone does at the start. You get yourself a pair of trainers, a bit of gear to go out with. You go gung-ho out as quick as you can out of traps. Start knocking up 1 mile as quick as you can, 2 miles as quick as you can. 6 months later, you're knocking out 5 or 6 miles as quick as you can, always constantly trying to beat your own personal times and your own personal mission. Eventually, I got to the stage where I thought, I quite like this. I might try and see if I can enter myself into some half marathons or something like that. So that's what we did for our work at the butcher's shop I work in. We set up for a charity, did a run around Milton Keynes. I trained as much as I could, as fast as I could, and ended up getting like a 1:59, which I was pretty chuffed with. Ended up doing two more half marathons that year. I did the Hayford half marathon, which is round an air base. It was boring as hell, but they said you can basically beat your PB, because that's all I was interested in, is trying to beat myself all the time. I did it in 1:56, again, 3 minutes knocked off. I was chuffed to bits. Thought I'd do another one, squeeze another one in October. So then I went to Oxford. I went to Oxford half marathon. Again, I made it to the end, but about 10 miles in on that, I felt like I needed an ambulance. My heart was going like the clappers. I basically trotted my way back, and I managed to beat my PB, but by getting a 1:53, I think. But I was not in a good way afterwards. And when looking back at the info about my run, that's when I saw what the problem was. And so I've always ran with a Garmin watch on. I got the Vivo Active 3 Garmin watch on. It's a decent bit of kit. I never used it for what it's meant to be used for, looking at actual statistics of your runs. All I used to look at was the route I've been on, how far I've been, and how fast I did it. It's a schoolboy error. It wasn't until I went back and looked at some data of my runs I've been doing for the last 18 months, only to see that I've been running with a really high heart rate. And the Oxford one, I'll put a screenshot of my run in Oxford here. I was basically a dead man walking for pretty much the whole race. That's when I thought to myself, something's got to change here. You can't keep that up forever. 18 months of running as hard as you can, it's not paying off, and it's actually could be quite dangerous. So after taking it easy, after the Oxford half marathon 2019, I think coronavirus might have come around just at the right time. Obviously, everyone's in the same boat. There weren't a lot we could really do then. I thought I'd do a bit of research into a bit of low heart rate running. So I can see if I can get properly fit. So I was doing some sort of long runs here and there. Things are starting to feel good. During all this research time, that's when I found some content from Dr. Phil Maffetone. Who this chap is, if you've clicked on this link, then you obviously recognise the name, but there's a little bit of what I know about him. Dr. Phil Maffetone's internationally recognised researcher and clinician and an author in the field of like nutrition and exercise, medicine, and general fitness. So yeah, the chap knows his stuff, to be fair. And it was then that I decided that I would commit to the one and only Maffetone method. So in a nutshell, really, Dr. Phil Maffetone says he's got a 180 formula. You may know about this, but I'll quickly explain. You do 180 and you take away your age from that. So say I am 37, 180 take away 37, that makes my heart rate, my maximum aerobic heart rate that I'll run at will be at 143. So everything you do now, whilst you build your aerobic base, will be done at 143. And that goes for cycling and everything you do, but mine's basically just around running. So that's what I've been doing. So I started with doing like an hour and 5 minutes of running, seeing how far I got. After a month, oh yeah, before I go on, you need to do a MAF test at the start, which means that you find a flat track if you can, or the flattest bit you can be on, and you run for 5 miles at that MAF heart rate, and you write down from your data that you get at the end of your run, you write down each mile along, and then you do that at the start. And then after 4 weeks, after training for that 4 weeks, you will do it again, and you'll see if you've had an improvement. And basically you want to do this for like 3 months and to see if it's working with what you are doing. And so there is a few things that can change or slightly adjust that max aerobic heart rate that you've worked out from the 180 formula. You need to subtract 5 from that if you have asthma, if you get allergies, if you've had some major surgery in the last couple of years or something like that, if you get too many colds in a year, if you're over fat. I'll explain what over fat is on a different video a bit later on. You can, and that's that, you subtract 5. You can add 5 to it. If you've been training for more than 2 years, that's like 4 times a week, you've had no injuries, you've seen progress in your running, and everything's just going sweet, you can then add 5 too. So my 143 would go up to 148, but that's not me. Currently, I stay where I am because he says that people that have been training for up to 2 years, that don't have any issues with injuries and stuff like that, then you can basically stay where you are, where I'd imagine a lot of people would be staying with the heart rate that they've worked out. But I definitely recommend going onto Dr. Phil Maffetone's website and just looking at the finer details of that before you get going, because that's definitely need to follow it exactly what he says to hopefully see the progress. So what my whole plan is with this is to say, like, I wasn't planning on doing this, but I'm really happy with what's going on at the minute. I'm not saying it does work. I'm not saying it will work for everybody, but I'm certainly starting to see some progress in the times I'm getting round and the condition of my body from doing so. But I'm going to make loads and loads of videos to do this, to follow my progress, really, to see if it goes, the ups and downs of it all. I need to talk about the nutrition part with you and actually see that as very important. So I'll see the changes I've made on that part, and basically just take you along on the journey. I know I've looked on YouTube for people's videos trying to find out a bit more info about it. I know Floris Gearman is very good to follow on that, and I've learned a lot from all that stuff. But I just wanted to give you from the point of view of someone who's very average, who's just in the middle of just getting going on that, and maybe we could work through it together. So if you'd please like to like and subscribe to this. I know it's a new channel. Any comments you want to leave, I'll try my best to answer, or you can even give me some advice on what I may be doing wrongs and rights of math if you've got experience in it before. So that's me. I'll see you again soon. New videos on the way regularly. Thank you very much. I'm Stevo. See you again.